January 2010, the deadliest disaster ever to hit the Americas, hit Port-au-Prince. Many people were killed. The city was devastated. The Pan American Development Foundation reached out to its friends in the private sector to bring the much needed assistance to its partners living in the hardest hit neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince. This was the Foundation's most difficult moment. We pulled together as we've never pulled together before. We could do it because we have 50 years of practice in the Hemisphere. Back in 1962, two senior diplomats thought they had a better idea for how to help the Hemisphere. They thought solutions needed to come from the local leaders, from the private sector leaders. They began bringing together these leaders to form national development foundations. The first was created in the Dominican Republic. They went on to create 32 other foundations throughout the Americas. The Pan American Development Foundation was helping to provide microloans throughout the Americas. Today, we're continuing this work in Colombia. In partnership with the Colombian government, we're funding 12,000 small entrepreneurs to start their businesses. 12,000 people who had been displaced by the drug wars, who were victims of violence in Colombia. There are 4 ways the Pan American Development Foundation is working to make this hemisphere better. The first is typical of the work we're doing in Colombia, where we're creating opportunities, investing to create jobs, to start businesses, to create a chance for people to escape from grinding poverty. The second area is creating a stronger social fabric, bringing people together to create a better community. The reconstruction of Port-au-Prince is a great example of this work. We're bringing community leaders together to talk about how they want to rebuild their communities, what they would like to see in their neighborhoods, and how their community can be a more livable, more prosperous place. Another area of major emphasis is strengthening civil society. PADF began by creating 33 national development foundations. We've gone on to strengthen over 2,000 civil society organizations throughout the hemisphere, providing them with tools, training, and technical assistance, helping them in their work of democracy, local development, and promoting human rights and media freedom. We are empowering them to create stronger communities. Our fourth major area of focus is responding to natural disasters and humanitarian crises. Our hemisphere is very vulnerable not only to earthquakes and hurricanes, but also to flooding and volcanic eruptions. Before a disaster strikes, PADF works with communities to help them prepare for disasters, to mitigate against the impact of what might come.
PADF is committed to working with its partners and with communities and individuals around the region to help bring about positive change and to address 21st century challenges. Challenges that face us having to do with the burgeoning youth population, helping them to realize their full potential, helping societies to include those who are vulnerable and who are excluded, helping to open the doors for continuing social and economic progress.
In order to do what we want to do and help the communities that we do business in, we really need professionals to bring that forward. And the PADF people, with their commitment, their passion, their integrity, their ability to really understand the local needs and local community, we couldn't begin to replicate all that the PADF staff can do.
A partnership like we have been able to develop with PADF is critical for Royal Caribbean as a global company, because one of our corporate mandates is CSR activities in all of our regions of the world, and to achieve that would be literally impossible without a partnership like PADF that has the structure, has the organization, the history, and the quality of management.
50 years later, PADF still holds to its original vision. We're bringing new opportunities to the emerging middle class and working with the most vulnerable peoples of the hemisphere, those who've been excluded. PADF's sustained growth and strong impact over the years have positioned us as a significant force for development in the hemisphere. We're very proud of the work we've done, and we look forward to working with you to create a hemisphere of opportunity for all.